Thank you for the like. Seeing the creative process in action is very enjoyable. Your quiet attention is to the task is coming pleasant. Thank you for allowing us to look at your over your shoulder with your drawing. Thank you. I'm really glad you guys love it. I'm kind of hoping to have this done by the end of the day, or almost done. Do you have a symbol or watermark that that you hide within the sketches or painting on your miniatures? No, I don't. I don't really do that. I don't bother. I don't bother. Might be a good idea, but I thought perhaps your initials. I could do that. I just honestly, even when I draw, I mostly don't even put initials on there unless I'm like selling it, and if people want it on there. But I just kind of don't bother really. Might be something to think about though. You don't want people. I just don't see what the point is of like stealing somebody's work if they were gonna do that, because the AI is already doing it, or and then like you can just verifiably prove that it's stolen by just because it's the date of upload and stuff like that, and whose account it's on. So it seems like it's almost pointless to try and steal work now. I guess that's what the watermark would be for, but I guess you know what? There's foreign companies that could take stuff pretty easily if you didn't have your initials on there, because they're just not bound by the same rules. Very good. I haven't considered the tech memory aspect. Uh, the tech memory aspect. I think, yeah. Yeah. It's just they can steal stuff, but I don't know. I'm just too lazy, I guess. Maybe if I became like a big artist, like well known, then maybe I would do it because it would like make sense. But right now, I'm just like, nah. But yeah, I'm streaming a little earlier than I usually do. Normally, I don't start streaming till like 6 p.m., but today I didn't really have a whole lot going on, so I figure I might pop in for like 3 hours or something and try to crank out some work. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, this is a pleasant surprise. No problem. I mean, I try to do like daily streams. I can't always because I'm like sometimes stuff goes on, but typically I can. I try to do a little bit of streaming. It's definitely keeping my drawing skills up at a higher level than normally it would be. So I'm happy about that. I did play a little bit of Cyberpunk earlier today to get my to look at more Cyberpunk kind of environments, and yeah, that game is really good. I never beat it. I need to go back and beat that game at some point. I also have the expansion that I never even got to. Receiving a new laptop to replace the small tablet I use. I'll clearly see what you do. Oh, okay, that's neat. Yeah, they gave us a work. I forget what it's called. It's like a work laptop, not a notebook. And I ended up quitting that job, but they let us keep them, and I don't use it anymore because I don't know how to do a factory reset on them to get it back to where it's just a blank Chromebook. But yeah, I need to figure that out so I can start using it. It's easy to find in the setting, I'm told. Yeah, I need to figure out how to do that. I'm just too lazy. I'm sure it would just take an afternoon of experimenting. I don't even know what I would use it for, honestly. Between my real computer and my, phone, I don't really need another device. No doubt. Did you say you were from California? What's it like over there right now? Uh, I've never actually left the state really. Like ever since I came here, so I'm like I don't know. I mean, obviously there's YouTube, but I've never actually been. It's comfortably hot, 85 degrees and puffy clouds. Sounds awesome. It's kind of like that here. It's been pretty warm, but it hasn't been too bad. It's like a cowboy movie. Nice. I'm in the I'm in the middle desert. Oh, you know what? I've always wanted to live in a desert. Um, like I love the idea of like because it's so isolated. I don't know how isolated you are, but I would love to have like a camper van or like even build like one of those Earth ships or whatever, and yeah, live out in the desert and like figure out a way to survive with like just solar panels and a radio. I would really love to do that. Like normally I don't really like I don't like desert in movies, but the idea of living there, it seems kind of cool, especially during the night. Like the desert seems like a really cool place to be. So that would be really cool to do one day. I don't know how people. Those are outside the city. It's quite here in town though too. Yeah, I'd like to live kind of close to like a grocery store. Definitely not further. Anything further than 20-minute drive would be crazy, but enough to where you're like somewhat isolated. That's what I would want. I bet you guys get like crazy insects over there, like snakes and insects and stuff in the desert. Plenty of room. Come on out. Nice. Is there like real houses, or do people like? Because I imagine people who live in a desert, like it's like trailers that are like that people live out, or like they'll do one of those like crate ships, crate kind of houses that they build out, or are they just like normal houses? Let me change this. Yeah, it's definitely a place I'd want to visit, well, for sure. Especially like in the middle of a desert. That's really dope. Normal city, just town of housing, tracks, and schools. I mean, if you're saying it's only like 85, then that's tolerable. That's not too bad. Pretty nice today. Yeah, it's actually not. It's been pretty nice today here too. Kind of a little muggy, but I feel like the desert is probably pretty dry all the time, right? Yeah. It's probably nice for like car ownership if you take care of your car. Say like out here, if you don't take care of your car, well, it doesn't matter if you take care of your car because it just eventually just disintegrates into rust because of the salt in the winter. But out there, like I imagine, if you just take care of your car, you can like keep it forever, basically. There's a low rider club with very beautiful cars. Every few weekends, there are street car races. Huh. That's pretty dope. Outside of town. Yeah, I was about to say, I hope they're not doing street races in town. It sounds like you guys got a nice place out there. We got like just like national parks and stuff. Well, one national park, so it's always nice to go hiking there. One of the Fast and Furious films was filmed nearby. Really? That's really dope, though. At least some race scenes, yeah, it would make sense. I know they do in a desert. They'll do like car testing, like where they take like supercars and like make them go as fast as they can because there's just nothing out there. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's that kind of an environment, but that's us. Really, that's awesome. Is it like flat the way it is? Is there like a reason for that? Is it like for some environmental reason that it became flat like that, or is it like why is there like there's no like brush growing? It's just like I've seen like what we're talking about. It's like a plain field with nothing on it, and it's flat enough that cars can apparently just go super fast without having any issues. I just thought that was pretty neat, but I don't understand how that land could have formed that way with no impeding factors. Like I wonder if there's just like salt or something on the ground that like for whatever natural reason that there's nothing growing. Mm-mm. This used to be a lake bed like thousands of years ago. Oh, okay, maybe that's why. I don't know. I wonder if it's like how things can be geographically can be formed like that. But yeah, I could see myself like just one day going like buying like one of those trailers as long as I have internet, a wood burning stove because it doesn't get kind of cold in the night in the desert, and like just kind of like streaming and drawing. And if I can make like some like just enough money doing that, I'm good. There's some shrubs here and there, but they're easy to go over. Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. Little bit makes sense. Yes, it's very cold, no cloud cover, and tumbleweeds everywhere. See, I would love. That seems like it's really cool though. That like it goes from super hot to super cold, and then like you just have like your little wood burning stove, and you throw like the tumbleweeds in there, and just like just play video games and stream all night. That's what I want. I don't think I would need anything more than that in life. I mean, I'm already kind of set up. I'm just saying it'd be kind of cool too. The desert seems kind of cool sometimes. Yeah, it does sound great. It's pretty cool. I'm sure it has its own nuances and challenges, like rattlesnakes or whatever. But not in town, but snakes are everywhere out here. Mountains too, I mean. Oh, there's mountains too? That's really dope. And this is in California, you said? surrounding a lake bed. That's really dope. You guys got a cool environment out there. Are the taxes really high though? Do you guys have like a sales tax or something like? I feel like isn't California isn't it like pretty expensive to live there? I double. It's it's oh it's doable. Okay, it's doable. Okay, I got you. Got you. Got you. We budget. I wouldn't leave. Yeah, I just like naturally. I don't even have to budget. It's just like I just like live in a way that's already. It's already my lifestyle is already like a budget. Like there's no need to budget anymore because things I like to do, like drawing, doesn't really cost that much. You know, it's like sometimes I'll go to like McDonald's maybe for some chicken nuggets, but there's like if I go to the movies, it's like once a year. You know, yeah, it's like I don't really budget because I don't really do anything. I don't have to restrict my lifestyle because my lifestyle is sitting at home. I'm a singer. Music is natural. Okay. Yeah, my ability with like music is only that I can hear it. That's as far as like I can go with my musical talent. But I can't play any instruments. I don't think anyone in my family has ever taken to music. I like music. I just, you know, I'm more of the. I like to sit here and draw, basically. And I can see drawing. Oh, that's nice. Lucky I can write in cursive. Oh yeah, I can write in cursive. I haven't done it in a long time. There's just like it's just a thing that it seems like it's like an old language. Nobody really does it anymore. I'm an old lady, lol. I write in old lettering. Yeah, I can still do it. I mean, they taught us how to do it. I could pull it off, but it's very formulaic. I don't have like the nice cursive that some people have, where it's clearly something that they used a lot to write. I can do it, but it's pretty rough. I remember when D&D was created. I'm old. I gotcha. Yeah, we all get old, Nothing you can do about that. It would be cool if they like somehow made a way to not get old, but I actually don't like hate the idea of getting old. Like honestly, it just doesn't like really bother me. I just wanna I just wanna make enough money to go buy my house in a desert with a wood burning stove. Come on, getting older is cool. That's what I'm saying. I really don't. It's not something that I'm overly like concerned about. Like for myself, I really don't care. It would be. It's just it's interesting how things will change as time progresses in the United States. I do kind of I'd like to have a sneak peek into like what things are like in like 50 years. That'd be kind of cool. It's crazy. I'm the age of a Beatles song. I swear there's a sci-fi author behind the clouds somewhere. Uh, it's crazy. I'm the age of a Beatles song, and I swear there's a sci-fi. No, I'm so sick. So let me. I'd have to do the math on that. So I'm guessing. Anyway, alright. So 2024 minus 64. So 1960s when it came out. 1960. The song. Alright. Weebly. Oh, wait. Some days. So here's. Well, darling, you must write every day. You'll be mine. I don't know. No one after 909. Portland Road instrumentals. Wait. I've just fallen for some. Oh, that's Elvis. World Without. The 1960. You're saying this was specifically a 1960? Okay, so here's like main song. Well, these aren't exactly 1960, but they were after. Please me. With the Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, Beatles for Sale, Help, Rubber Soul, Revolver, Prepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. That's 1967. That must have been a really different time. Lol, I don't think I did not think you'd look it up. You're such a nice guy. Well, no, I was just sort of curious, but yeah, that must have been like a really 1960s America was like completely. The title is When I'm 64. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just wild. Like you look at cars from back then, and like how America was basically. It's just crazy how much it's just completely changed in a relatively short time. I was small, and now we are all old. Yeah. So yeah, I guess you would have been like you would have been a teenager in like the like 15 years old would have been like 75, right? It's still the 70s though. I mean, you get to live through like your youth through the 80s, which which was a pretty interesting time too. At least, have you seen that movie? I'm putting you on the desktop. There you are. Oh, okay. I was a 19-year-old married woman with a child in 1979. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Now nobody's having kids anymore. That's over with. Yeah, people are done having kids. Well, my friend has got like four of them, but other than that, I think it'll bounce back though. You know, it'll sort of even back out eventually. They have your share. They have your share of children. Yeah, right. I was just more of the if it happens, it happens mentality, and yeah, I didn't particularly pursue or have any like super strong desires or undesires for it. I was like, well, we'll see, I guess. Oh, I see. I see your shading now. Lovely. Thank you. So, do you like teach singing, or were you like a professional singer? Lil Miss Alice. Hi, this is a beautiful piece. To perspective is good. Thank you so much. Appreciate the nice comments. It's got kind of like cyberpunky vibes to it, you know. I feel like I need like some Japanese symbol to put up somewhere, since it could be Neo Tokyo kind of vibes. So, kind of want to work on this top area right now. It's a good idea. One big. See, I don't know why YouTube does that. It's got like this little heart at the bottom right corner, and I can never see the messages when I want. Let me see here. I gotta go to my own stream on this thing. See if I can see the messages when I want. All right. So it's a good idea. One big kanji for drinks or something. Yeah. I sang volunteer with children course and children theater. Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I have no ability when it comes to singing, or I mean, I could probably play an instrument if I was just sort of told how to, but I wasn't inclined in that direction. Besides, I bet you could. Besides, you have the magic of drawing. Yeah, I naturally gravitate towards this. Have you ever read Snow Crash? I have not. What's it about? Is it about motorcycles? Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make. Is it? Is it? It's my all-time favorite cyberpunk story. Great novel. Snow Crash. Is it a really long novel, or is it? Because I can't stay with a really long novel. Snow Crash. Alright. Snow Crash, a 1992 science fiction novel by Neil Stephenson. The novel is about a virtual realm accessed by VR goggles and is known for predicting the metaverse. Sounds interesting. Um, yeah, I'll have to maybe check out a review on YouTube, and then if it's really good, I'll read it. I almost remember that one myself. It's nowhere near as fat as a Neuromancer. I've never even started that one. Yeah, I've been trying to get. I've had a history book on my desk for like a year now. It's John Adams about the American Revolutionary War. And the thing is that when I read it, it's a good book. I really enjoy reading history. It's just like picking it back up is just like a ton of bricks. I just don't want to do it. It's I don't know. I need to finish like 4 books before I buy another one. That's my problem. Well, that's fair. I do that myself too. Yeah, there's just so much. I got so many books upstairs. I have a hard time like now sometimes I'll pause a movie and try and get back to it later because I'm like this is too much. I can't pay attention for an hour and a half. Well, to be fair, now movies are like 4 hours long, so you got to really be committed if you want to watch a movie. Like even watching movies has become like somewhat difficult for me. Reading a book is like you might as well just be asking for me to go to the moon. I told myself I wouldn't move the camera because it always creates problems. Like everything's really dark now. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know why they brought back huge run times, but not an intermission. Yeah, I feel like they're getting out of control with these run times. Like, I can't. Like a 4 hour block of time is normally what I have on my day off. Like when I had a job, right? Like now I don't have a job, but committing 4 hours to a movie is basically your whole like after you do laundry and finish up whatever other things you got to do throughout the day. That's your 4 hours. You're pretty much committing your whole day to that 4 hour long movie. So it's like you got to break it up into pieces now because they're getting so out of hand. I'm trying to make that helmet look like it's also a neon sign. Do you ride a bike? I do ride a bike. I have several bikes. So my main one is a Ninja 650, which I'm actually going to be looking at selling. Then I got a Suzuki GS 1100G. I think that's an 83. I did a top end rebuild on the engine, and yeah, that bike sounds really good. It sounds more like a race car than it does a inline four motorcycle. But yeah, I've had motorcycles. I think right now I'm winding down off of that. Like, I'm probably not gonna get back into that hobby unless it's like 20 years from now, because I kind of got it out of my system, and I just want to. I'm in my phase where I just want to save money and not really do anything that costs money. Rebuilt yourself, yeah. So I did the top end rebuild on the engine, and then I did do some just taking it apart and cleaning stuff up. Like, the tank needed some rust remover, some wiring had to be redone. So I would say yes. You could say that I did a lot of rebuilding. It took me like 3 years though, you know what I mean, to do that, and got untold amount of money. It's actually, honestly, it's way less expensive just to go buy a new bike and just not have the headache. So I would not actually would not recommend, unless you're pretty sure that's what you want to do. Buying an old bike to fix is not a. Sweet, I would have been worried about injuries on your hands. Yeah, I mean, like, you just got to be kind of careful. There's always gonna, you're not going to rebuild a motorcycle and not do some, like, you just have to accept that there will be like small injuries, but it wasn't really bad. I was pretty careful. For real, that's a rough hobby. The worst part about it is the money. The amount, when they tell you they're cheap to work on, they mean like when they're new. They're cheap to kind of maintain and keep them going. But if you're gonna be getting in there and replacing piston rings and this, that, and the other, and rebuilding the carburetor, like, you just signed up for it not being cheap. Especially if you don't have somebody you can borrow tools from and you're just funding the whole thing yourself. Don't recommend it. But that explains why the bikes look so good too. You literally know what those parts are. Some of it I kind of made up because I wanted it to look more different than what they look. I wanted it to be more cyberpunky. But yes, I could from memory draw a motorcycle. Basically, it's not outside the realm of possibility. Horses, on the other hand, are way harder. That's very challenging to draw a horse from memory and not make it look like a weird dog creature. Like a horse, I would have to have a few goes at, um, and then it would probably still look like a pony, and then I would have to try it several more times. Yeah, yeah. Dog, like cat creatures are easier because their bodies are so much more. They're not as stiff, whereas a horse is a horse. So you either get it right or it looks weird. Whereas with like a cat creature, there's a lot of cheating you can do to kind of like, because their bodies are so stretchy kind of looking. So horses are just very difficult to do, which is why I avoid that subject altogether. I'm trying to think here. I want to do something else with like neon lights up here. I want something going on there. I guess I could do, oh, I know. Oh, that's my, uh, you might have to click the reload this page button at the top left. Sometimes my OBS, if it runs too long, it'll do that. I'm not sure how to. It says right now have good connection. Yeah, let me know if it continues to be interrupted. Good now, just a glitch. Yeah, sometimes my internet, I have good internet, but once in a while, it'll just slowly, it just disappears for like a minute and then it comes back. I'm not sure if it's on my router's end. It's never been enough of a bother though. It's for me to like actually look into it. So I kind of don't worry about it too much. I want one of these metallic grids you see, neon lights being strung on right here to kind of give it a little bit more of a industrial feel. I actually got the idea for this picture from, I was watching the anime Bubblegum Crisis, and there was a scene where there was like a cafe and two motorcycles parked outside of it, so I decided to kind of do something, kind of go in a similar direction. It was a little bit more simple than this, and the layout was different, but it was like a similar concept. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Bubblegum Crisis anime. I vaguely remembered it from my childhood when I started watching it again. It's about like these four teenage girls have battle suits or whatever, and it's an anime, which I normally am not a super big fan of, but this is actually has like really good animation in it. So I decided to start watching it again. I only made it to episode 2 so far. Not me. Yeah. Mech suits. Yeah, they're not like big mech suits. They're just like as big as their bodies. Just like if you were wearing like a heavy duty um, motorcycle. I mean, they're armored. They're armored suits, and they got like I've heard of Bubblegum Crisis. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's good to have in the background or something, you know. Oh, I didn't realize you guys can't see what I'm working on. Oh yeah, I gotta go down here. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how the neon stuff would work out. I think it doesn't look terrible. I still gotta like perfect it and then like make it look like it's glowing a little bit by drawing that aura of light. Kind of honestly, it's also giving Cowboy Bebop visiting good old Earth's Valley. Um, okay, that makes yeah. I definitely have seen that more recently, but it's still I haven't seen it in a while though. But that's definitely one that I've seen like more recent. At least when I was within the last maybe 10 years for sure. I've seen that. I need to go back and rewatch a lot of this stuff because It does feel like they don't really. It feels like a lot of the great things that have been created, they're still like great, and there's not like huge amount of replacement. Bebop. Have you seen it, Elias? I love the world building in the Cowboy Bebop, like the way the spaceships look, the way just the weight of the world. It all like it for me. It really worked. It's fantastic, Cowboy Bebop. Okay, so I'm just shocked that you know about that. I love the floating neon signs. Thank you. Well, they're gonna be like I feel like they're like I'm gonna draw like this industrial grid behind it, like it's the typical neon thing on the wall. Um, but oh, because I don't know, you were talking about Beatles, like you know what I mean. Like I was just like I didn't see it coming. It's just strange that like I just wouldn't have seen it coming. I mean, in Beep Up, some of their neon signs just float in there. Yeah. Oh, you. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I like the projected neon signs like you see in Cyberpunk and stuff, where it's just however they do it, right? Like a 3D matrix in the air made out of however they blast it in there. But yeah, it really. I've been talking to this about this with people recently. Is like this idea of like if you go to a modern gas station, even where we live, it already looks and feels like cyberpunk because there's like all these screens everywhere, like that they're constantly playing the commercials. You go inside and there's like this automatic checkout thing going on. You don't even like you only need the person to restock the shelves. If you just kind of pay attention, things are becoming kind of cyberpunky already. Just some guy just got the Neuralink, and he can control the mouse now with his mind. It's like we're already kind of there. Um, so to me, that's pretty. It's like, I mean, kind of scary, but kind of exciting. Yep, it's the balance, exciting and scary. Let me see if I have different music. I need to find more music. I made my own playlist on this AI website that like just lets you make kind of like your own music, but I constantly feel like I don't have enough of it. I need to find like some online playlist that just keeps playing new music all the time. Oh, the OBS, yeah. It keeps doing that. Can you guys still see the thing, the stream? Because it was doing that thing again. Yeah, it's just good. It's good. Just quick buffer. That was a harsh one out there. That one out here, the desert buffer time. Ah, okay. Yeah, sorry. I had to check some of my social media stuff to make sure everything. Uh, I was 21 when Bebop was started. Adult Swim. Adult Swim was around when you were 21. Wait, what? Because you said you. I was 21 when Bebop was started. 41. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, there's no way. Because I was I don't even know if Adult Swim is still around. Like, because I watched Adult Swim and that's how I know about it. I didn't even realize I didn't have this light on. Okay. I must be too sober to remember fantasy properly. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't even I forgot that I was drawing under just the one light. That's why I got suspicious because it looks so dark on the stream that I was like, it usually doesn't look like that. It does help to turn off the big light sometimes to kind of get a sense of where things are at, and because the big light it can kind of wash out your perception a little bit. It helps to see, but like I've heard it's a good way to get lighting consistent in the image. Just one cold light to act like like the in universe light source. I've heard it's a good way of getting lighting consistent in an image. Just one close light to act like the in universe light. Okay, I understand. I've never understood it. Um, you can do a lot of like any. Obviously, you gotta. like keep some consistency with lighting, but now that I've done it for a while, I'll definitely do like fake shadows just to emphasize certain things. Not on a picture like this so much, although if I was better, I would be able to do it. But more dramatic military ones, I'll do things where I'll sort of suffocate light to create more shadows, to make things look more dramatic. Even though they may not necessarily be need to be there. If I was a little bit braver right now, I would draw like a piece of paper or something floating through the air. But I know it like I know it's not gonna look right now. That's all right. It doesn't need clutter. Yeah, sometimes you can. There's always that temptation to cram in more detail into things, and then it becomes way too busy, and it's easy to mishandle a lot of information because there's also the temptation to add contrast to everything to make it like more like I'm trying to be very careful to keep back everything that's back here not be more contrasting than these two motorcycles. They need to stand out, grab the attention. This needs to be visible, but not get out of hand. It's simply the straight, clean, easy lines that make the military equipment interesting, or something else because machinery is honestly ugly. Yeah, it has a brutality to it that I think appeals to some people. Um, it's I can't I'm trying to formulate the answer. I think what makes military equipment interesting is that okay, it's strictly easy lines that make it appeals to me, and I don't know why. Yeah, I think it's the fact that it's meant to kill people. Like that it's designed for war, and that's what's appealing about it. Otherwise, yeah, if it was just somebody just welded a tank together in their shed, that would just not make any sense. But because that it's like a machine designed to dismember people, perhaps the serialism, yeah, it's the brutality of it. I was trying to formulate that without sounding super insane, but built quite a neat contraption the other day where I can move my paper around without moving the camera too much, but it needs refinement. It definitely needs a lot of refinement before it's ready for. I'm still unsatisfied. Perhaps tea. I don't know. Never mind. I think military equipment does look cool. I don't know. I think military equipment, to me, it looks interesting. But yeah, it's ugly in the sense of like if you don't want to put tanks in the middle of like, you know, I don't know, beautifully constructed buildings because it's like the opposite of that, but they're beautiful in their own way. Perhaps the beauty is in the craftsmanship and the effort to create intricate whatever. Yeah, I think maybe it's like the power of it. Because it's sort of like a war machine. Like if you take a tank or a plane, it's the it's not trying to hide its brutality and the because like if you see I don't know, an administrative building that I don't know has or like a police station or something, it sort of is hiding a little bit its power, right? It's not the final end of the stick, right? Like it's just like where the laws happen or whatever, you know, there's like paperwork happening. But a war machine is the final stage of naked force, and so that's like that's what is appealing about it is it's just sort of like so brutal. Um, that's an interesting point with machines are yeah machines are honest, that's for sure. I think that's yeah I think that's maybe that what appeals to me about it. I need to stay with the art. Growing up in a military city, I need to stay with the art. Growing up in the military city of Navy and Marines, seeing platoons doing drills and carriers shipping jets daily, the artistry of sketching all makes it approachable. You grew up in the military base? Growing up in the military city, so it's a military city of Navy and Marines, seeing platoons doing drills and carries shipping just daily. The artistry of sketching all makes it approachable. That's interesting. Yes, you see, Gomer Pyle, USMC, that was a Marine based comedy near my grandparents' home. California is crazy. That is interesting. That is interesting. Jim Neighbors, he was a big deal. I remember Nam. Sorry, don't mention. Sorry, won't mention it again. Oh, Vietnam. Uh, Jim Neighbors. He was a big deal. I remember Nam. Sorry. You're talking about you mean Viet? Because I want to talk about Vietnam. I mean, if you want to talk about it, yes. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because that was that wasn't you couldn't volunteer. I mean, you could voluntarily sign up for it, but a lot of people got sent there regardless. No, it's good. Yeah, I mean, that's a wild time, and it might be happening here soon, kind of with Ukraine and Russia, if they need the troops, because they're didn't they? I don't know. They passed some bills saying that you have to. I mean, we already have the selective draft, whatever service that you have to sign up for. Heartbreaking. Yeah. Yeah. With all that in mind, why do we like these machines? I guess we. Well, I mean, like they're still cool looking. Um, well, there that is. I mean, I'm not. I'm not. Like drawing military stuff isn't like an endorsement of saying war is cool. It's just that a lot of people think it looks cool, and they play Warhammer or whatever. Um, it's like I don't know. Those are separate. Real war and those things like militaristic style wargaming. It's not. Those aren't. You're not secretly hoping that that happens to anyone. I feel. I realize that. Yes. the question in the first place, I don't feel like a war promoter to me. Uh, and I know I'm not right. Why are we like this? Because we are. Yeah, it's just something that I feel like it's not that different from liking castles or something, because it is ultimately a castle as a military installation, but it looks romanticized because it's aged enough to where it's not associated with modern military, and it's got some unique architectural features. But ultimately, a castle represents military power, and something about that is very alluring. So to me, it's all like in the same kind of category, I think. This tablet is shutting off. I'll be back. Ah, okay. Yeah, dude, you're good at perspective all over the place. I've gained a new insight on to cat. You got a good perspective all over the place. I gained a new insight to castles just from hanging out. Lol. Thank you. Yeah, I got a lot of weird thoughts going, a lot of weird ideas. Sorry, I gotta just check my phone for something. I'm gonna switch to Skyrim music. I'm getting tired of this playlist. I need to add more songs to it some one of these days. Where's my Skyrim? Let me know if it's too loud or something. I'm never sure where my the music is good, soft and cozy. Yeah, I think the Skyrim ambience track is like one of the best for Shoot, missed the castle convo. Yeah, we talked about castles and all that stuff. But like I was saying, the Skyrim playlist is like the best for just streaming. It doesn't very much fit the cyberpunk narrative here, but it's nice though. I was way into Oblivion, but I still haven't gotten Skyrim. I have Skyrim, or I know I played it, but I never beat it. I did. I also played Oblivion. I think my favorite one, and I think it's only because I was like really young when I played it, but it was Morrowind, because it was so like beyond. Yeah, all these games are like fantastic, but then when you first play your first Skyrim like game and it's like outside the norm of anything you've ever seen, it's a different experience. And the music was great. Everything about it was just like absolutely top notch. So I think my favorite one is probably what did I say it was? Morrowind, yeah. this cup, it's mine now. But the flying monsters always killed me. I suck at the combat. Morrowind was fun. I love the way you could grab everything. Yeah, yeah, uh, it was just fun to explore. I don't even think I got like super far into it. I didn't like understand like how the game worked really. But yeah, it was something special. It felt like its own living, breathing world for the time. Well, yeah, that was me too. I couldn't get anything done and can't kill really important NPCs. And well, oops. Yeah, I was like I love the game, but I need that's another one. I need to go back through it or something because um it was it was not an easy game. Like I felt like for if you were like super young, it's I bet I could replay it now, but I just love that like the vibes of like the caves and like the buildings and like you could go in a lot of like the rooms and stuff and pick anything up. It felt like so much more real than like most video games could offer. I remember like in that starting town there was like this little house. Like I went inside this little house and made it mine, and then like I just put like these glowing like it was either candles or something like that, and I would just like place things around to like make it my house. But yeah, things like that, like you just couldn't do that kind of stuff in a normal video game. Oh, and then Fallout. When Fallout came out, I would do a lot of like base building and just setting up, my room, my rooms and stuff with like all the little to make it look like it's like lived in. I think that kind of stuff really appeals to me. Shiny man, brush.
I love decorating my house in Oblivion so much. Learned to mod just for making my house pretty low. I learned to mod just to make. Yeah, that's super funny. Because I was really it's a weird thing to do in a video game, but yeah, and I never it never appealed to me in any other video game, but in those series, like I loved just like finding things that would make like my home look more like somebody actually lives there for some reason. It's so addicting. Yeah, it's like yeah, it was like its own. I don't want to say it was like Sims, but kind of like I was playing out of. I was like imagining an alternate version where I just like wasn't playing the game, but just like living in this house by myself. Like I basically lived an alternate life inside of that game, but inside my mind it was like a different game where it wasn't about what it was about. It was about house designs. Well, yes, there's some kind of joke about the rest of my life's crazy. So I have control here, but I still never work operate to a real job. YouTube is preventing me from reading things. 1 second, I gotta keep logging on back to YouTube so I can see like the full message. Because for some reason on here I can't see the full message. I gotta like scroll around and stuff. Oh wait, I know how to solve this. I just gotta type something into chat to move your message over a little bit. I'm gonna do K. All right. Well, yes, there's some kind of joke about the rest of my life's crazy, so I have control here, but I've still never workshopped it into a real joke. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I might need to go get coffee here pretty soon, or at least drink some of what's in front of me from last night. Well, hey, intermission. Yeah, but yeah, decorating and dress up. Well, hey, intermission. Yeah, it's just that once I stop, I'm gonna push like I'll do 3 hours. I like to do 3 hours at a time. I feel like it's a good time. And then like once I leave the computer and go do something else, like there's a good chance I won't come back till like 9 o'clock or something along those lines if I do stream again today. So that's why I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to finish up the 3 hours, but yeah, I think 3 hours of just drawing is about the maximum that my brain can tolerate without getting really lazy. Oh, I didn't realize my camera was pointing into nowhere land there. But basically, I think 3 hours is the most. Like if I'm actually drawing, it's the before I start to lose focus and start wandering into whatever fantasy land. It's even less. Like if I'm reading, honestly, if I read, I have about maybe 30, 40 minutes worth of attention span before I just start to like hallucinate a different version of the book I'm reading. This has been very fun. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do another 20 minutes here till like I hit 3 hours, just so I know I did an honest 3 hours. Yeah, video games are so much more than just like what the game is. It's what I find in the game that the game doesn't want me to do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. That I, kind of thing. And that's what was so disappointing about Starfield, is I can't really put my finger on it, but I just didn't really enjoy that game. I call that a rich inner life. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's no doubt that I have a rich inner life. I can sit, I can just hallucinate my own version of everything. It helps me draw though. Like I can for sure, like that's why I draw, because I'm essentially storing the image to, the image that I'm imagining. I'm storing it on a piece of paper essentially. It's pretty cool talent and skill. Okay. Yeah, I think so. It is weird, like if you think about it, it's kind of weird that someone would choose to essentially sit in front of a piece of paper with some charcoal and basically sit there and slowly etch into the piece of paper, an image that they're seeing inside their head. It seems like kind of a crazy activity if you think about it, that anybody would find that compelling, just to sit in one spot for 3 or 4 hours and just like imagine stuff, but also put it down. That took me straight to MC Escher. Pure imagination. Oh, okay. We are at 247. think it's starting to look like it's glowing a little bit. I'm getting hungry for some steak. Honestly, like I wouldn't mind like a steak after this. Does that have glow through a haze vibe? Yeah, it's supposed to be. Like I was trying to do. I was trying to do like. I wasn't sure where I was gonna go with it, but basically, I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like a picture of like lit up picture, or if it was gonna be like the neon tubes glowing. For the helmet up there, like I think it was supposed to be neon something, and then it just turned into what it is now. So we'll just have to accept that it is what it is. Okay. I think I'm gonna pretty much stop here for now. I'm gonna go eat. The helmet almost looks like 3D hologram or projection almost. Yeah, maybe I should just like care. Maybe I should just like say that it is, and then like put some like something over there to like justify that concept. It's supposed to be just like originally it was supposed to be like just neon, you know, neon tubes that look like a helmet. But yeah, it does look 3D now. Um, Art doesn't always need justification. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to make I wanted to make sense, but yeah, if I left it like that, and I could just say that it is, and it's just a really small camera doing the work. Maybe it's nestled in the building, or the lens is so small we can't see it from the street vibes. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Oh, view, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go cook myself some food, maybe drink some coffee, play a video game, and if I don't have work later today from my like actual work that I'm doing right now, I'll be back on probably around 9ish maybe. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate everyone hanging out with me. I'm gonna sign off for now.